Hello and welcome. We're going to be continuing Ace today. Uh, yeah. Okay. So it looks like we finished the investigation in that room where the murder occurred. See where it leads us. Updating that real quick. Four 45 p.m. District Court, third floor, lobby. I was thinking, what is? It looks like Francisca. Older version was 18. This one is around 13. And Edgeworth. He's 20 here. He was 26 in the Ace Attorney. Yeah, I was thinking Francisco's much younger than wasn't completely sure. His trial in Ethiopian sea staff and murder. Since both the suspect and the prosecutor. The case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. You'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. As for this trial will be... What do you think of the murder of Daphne? Murders of Mr. Faraday. It has become... Faraday brought it all upon himself with his bet. Dirk is right, sir. So wary. Edgeworth, I will have you a different case. Watch my courtroom debut next week. Sir, if I may please allow me to there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Rail. However, there is not enough evidence to prove it was he. I'd like to continue investigating and find the perfect proof of his guilt. Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim thing as. What do you think is the real culprit behind it? We're competing with people who find the real killer. Being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. Give us some real life experience with it. Let's see, at least that much. Our priority is to win, and solid investigation is one of the keys. Make sure you recognize first-rate prosecutor. Very interesting. Returning home. With Francisco, see to it that I'm not dismayed for the results of your competition. Of course, Papa. Painful. Your logic earlier was built on that perfect detective's lie. It means that the competition is still on. Louise, see how well you fare on the investigation. First order of business question that involved it. Detective Gumshoe over there looking so mad. What is that? Oh no. I think the water fountain broke. Okay. What I might do, did I get my... There's a whole backside to this case when I thought it was a case where we each other. Lacking in Fred Carmichael, we call this perfect investment. He did his as you said. We agreed on something. What is so revolting? First move should be to speak with everyone related to this case. If you had not said it, I was planning to do so. You can competition by showing that at all. In fact, I was planning to thank you. Couldn't be a prosecutor today without you, Father. Really do much. Prosecutor first, that's all. Wait and see. Prosecutor. We'll sit. I'll leave. Sure, I will. I'll get more convictions. That she's artist. I knew it was acquitted in it. We've seen the fact that he acquitted on lack of voting. Papa, he would have been found guilty. Do well to watch and study more from her. Here to conviction for those tried. What did was it Otto guilty? Oh. Oh, this Wii business. Somehow I accidentally turned on the autoplay. That's what. Oh, that's right. I hit the wrong button earlier. Okay. Hit the wrong button earlier to get the option. These have to test everything before we even reach it. Show you exactly who is the superior prosecutor. This piece of evidence. New rules, Mom. Said earlier this edition battle would ask someone for an opinion. You should start with yourself. Gorilla at this point. One of the weapons in this case. Leave Mr. Faraday. And enough to be killed with evidence for himself. Also be killed in a courthouse of all places. Right in the middle of the house here. Predictable. One of the weapons. Okay, that's weird. He wasn't killed by the gun, he was killed by the knife. But yet, both of these gave the same result. Okay, that's already checked. Very nice found these found it. When he signs his name with those signature look like pure art. On Karma has to sign a. Thought he'd have a press stamp made. Quality nib. Ballpoint pen is much easier to write with. Well, you're too young to appreciate the finer points. Treat me like a child. Wouldn't have would only grow up. Meg was actively using to murder Mr. Faraday. On the inside of it. But the killer was very careful not to leave any. Very clever killer. But on the second thought, the detective didn't do it after all. That what gets you to think that he's not involved. Yeah, I'm still thinking that the murder could have occurred earlier, and what we might have, the gunshot that was heard might have been the balloon popping. But I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna save this first portion. Every person those behind and at the podium. So just make sure you never end up standing alone. Be sorry. Mind. Okay, now I'll be taking my rightful place behind. I must already be standing here. Downright graceful if I beat you to it. Happen, Princess. Eat my cravat. You meow. Where the riffraff sit when they fly. Wait at the same height as the judges. That's to represent groups need case from all sides. Are you? Of course, I'm mad enough. Oh, hello. There, I'm trying to go over, not up. Hence the trouble. Probably be standing off this side of the courtroom. That instant. What are you thinking? Or quickly, face that's something you were thinking. Don't have a wrinkle upon my youthful brow. Let's just go up here. Judge's chair. Must be wonderful to be able to sit the whole time. So says prosecutors. Don't be fair if the judge had to stand the whole time to read. Prison will be afforded something. The point is, fair or not paid. Francis Stewart ever become a real prosecutor? Be the judge's desk, held by the gavel. I dreamed once that I was being watched from above by this gavel. No idea how frightening. That's it. There's like no evidence information in here. Just kind of little background. Report, sir. The one who will make this man take responsibilities for his actions in the job is but to report this to Papa. And this guard can have fun in a nightmare being away. Let's not. And I feel sorry for him now. Officer. Standing here for forever, sir. Really need to go to the bathroom. Don't you just make a quick trip? Nearest one isn't that far, is it? Down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. Now hold it. Be positive on the force it all for all. Yeah, I don't think that's good ideas. There is restricted authorized personnel only, sir. Not authorized personnel. What man? Younger sibling of a dysfunctional relationship? Or one? He is. Now get that straight in your head. There's more objective part you should be upset over, Francisca. Fairly detailed model, isn't it? That it costs as much to make as it costs to build the courthouse itself. What's the point of making such an example? Built the exact same way upon understand such fool. The detail, my inner modeling fanboy is impressed. Not exactly a fan of plastic models per se. Even I can sense the quality of it. I cannot comprehend how that meant. That my father. You would do well to guard yourselves interested. I should take a Can't stop the water, sir. The man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from Foolish. Then why don't you lend the officer a hand? Anything. Watering out his officer a description of the water guzzler later. Like the grudge. Like someone wanted a drink. Why are there so few trials published? Here the entire week is devoted to Mr. Really that low in this country, or maybe lack the proper information to get there and catch the criminals? I'm afraid I cannot comment on that. However, I have my doubts about the younger detective. Like they're in need of a stricter hand. My discipline regiment, apathetic, filthy coded detective. Find a suitable proper. For you were at the crime scene. Apart from now. So just it's only natural I didn't. Me. You're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. There's one thing I can't waiting. Terribly sorry, but a few more questions. Right through your forehead. Money. Super serious happened. They failed to keep properly at a crime scene. What is he about? Inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. Defendant lobby number 1. Until we heard the gunshot. Okay, I was looking at their map wrong for a moment. I was thinking it would open up to the courtyard, and I was like, wait a minute. But no, the hallway's down at the bottom. Lobby number 2 is where the murder occurred. We, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him himself. It's Detective Bad, why? A little something to discuss, that's all. Not be able to face each other. Yeah, can't skip that either. No, it's the same as before. All over time with experience. Every time you pull it out, it might double a little bit more. Defendant Manny Cochin not free due to lack of evidence. Oh, wait. Nothing else. Topic. Be expected. Be what a forceful face you. This is seriousness short lived. Circumstantial evidence and a motive all points to that detective, doesn't it? Even his testimony turned out to lie. What you get when you trust a criminal? All just liars in it. Criminals are... Well, at least we agree on something. The detective is telling a lie about his purpose for health. And if I should leave even the smallest mystery solved. I've conducted the perfect investigation. That why she laughs when she does is a mystery I may never solve. Rel was killed by a very gunny embassy staff. Think of the concept of karma. You take your life into your own hands when you crime. Okay. Veteran like me, pretty much par for the course. Honestly. Always want to try firing. Nothing loaded. Think I could give it a try right now? Okay, so this is the same as the yesterday. This is probably gonna be the same. Evidence bears of this evidence. Other than blood, it's very pretty and ornate. Love to use it. Alright with you. Have it? Person, what do you think of it? No idea on no on it. It's not that she'll. Not interested in that either. Not interested in that. We can come back to that. This judge's trial exchange log appears to be a journal where the various judges share their thoughts and ideas. Daily life. Pages. A page of unrelated drivel. Judging by the content, they're very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu. Hear that fried oysters are a favorite. No useful. Words full proud for me that this is not the true state of this country judiciary. Been doing. down, okay, buddy? Did anything useful? Agitated. Oops. Just so easy to end up accidentally going through doors like that. Okay. So she is the way forward. Alright, bad. In charge of the KG agents. Also related to that incident. He's the one who was supposed to protect my sisters. I know how that turned out. Worth it. What you thinking about? KG8. Papa. How does that case relate to you, Mr.? Remember that case? He was my little... I get to point to rub some more salt in wounded pride every time I see him. I'm doing that. He laughs away his kind. Thinking of me bad of him, Faraday. They have met up just about every single crowds to cross him. Practically a given to meet up at every one of the times. He's in charge of the Yadigarassu investigation. But you know, Yadigarassu in more detail. I knew that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad. Well, you're so with you. I do, and that's what I was planning. Faraday was being rather threatening to drag Mr. Rell away. That Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there until... What did you talk with Detective Bad about? Interesting. Insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Nothing but insults. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. I can't tell you about the hallway or lobby number 2. To ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackrell. Your client first claimed to be the Yadigarassu, is that correct? Once I heard that it was the Yadigarassu that had made evidence for KG8. Began to ask about all sorts of Nobel. Thought Mr. Rell was not the Yadigarassu. Made that up. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security camera. No footage of him still being himself. It's not the real Yadigarassu? Another cold-blooded killer and you were ready to defend him? That's right. The defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. Defense lawyer. No match for his fun. If that face was really curious about. Do you remember what I said earlier? That no, I'm not looking for leads regarding the KG agents, right? Not single about defending a no-killer. Don't put words in my mouth. No such thing. No way I had to get close to me. I was no intention for covering forever. Here's a rational. I wonder if you could tell me about the Yadigarassu. know much about that character. You get a lot of consultation. Yeah, defend them. Plus from companies. Hyperasu isn't something about them. Hyperasu business people's lives. Very funny on club. Be careful about who you with. Choose carefully, or maybe I. Choose carefully. Hilarious little. It is my pain given light. In the end, what is the Yagura? They have never. Digging out dirt about backroom feelings and fights. Hyperasu is a vigilante, but gentle. Looking for all this. No. Like a criminal. Put it that way. Either way, I get a lot more clients. That the coffee nicely. Done all I can. Move on to speak with Detective Gumshoe. Especially since he seems to have calmed down. Facing the officer and talk to Gumshoe instead. Hey, oh, you're here. You needed to whip him, let him know that. Pal. Where my honor as a detective. Really didn't. Words are used. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Investigation is fully over, and when we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had. Pal. Not worried, right? For all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent. Right. Pal, go and do your perfect investigation. Get the real killer for me, will ya? Rubens did not request me, detective. About this. Keep out, it's not a killer, okay? I'm going to ask you about that. Ow, so I want to be a killer. Whispered. Guarding the door to lobby number 2 at the time of the crime, correct? Right. But we know not even a single ant got back. Or not even slipped in. Frog or something. Noted for murder. Mr. Faraday had a small meeting. Exactly did you do to make him so angry? I could have the same thing myself, pal. Thought he was mad at me because on my very first day as a working at my usual post instead of the criminal affairs department. At the time I got down to criminal affairs, I was really late. Gave me that speech. I'm doing this. First day of school every year, I always wind up going to my old athletic friend to be comparable to your school child. You claim to be standing guard in front of the door, lobby number 237. Or when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom? Found 320 from Bad Pal. Pal took a really crazy turn. Told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. That's something did happen, correct? Like it was total waste of manpower to assign to guard duty. Words worse than your whip, Al. Dad who ordered him and guard home. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell? Nothing, pal. Please allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your person. Okay, can't do that. Nothing of any particular value here. Actually confiscated by Detective Bad, so... Lope I see sticking out of your coat pocket. Hands off, pal. Go to it already. Bonus! No bonus check with it. $5 total. Except there's no check inside. If you're looking out, give it back, pal. First bonus is a brand new detective. Got it. Cashed it today. Literally no cash on me. That's all I did. Look, it's really special. Now give it back. Don't need rubbish. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you. Had no money in it until he cashed it. Need to take him before questioning. Now, I've asked him just about everything I needed to. Get it. This way. One piece. Officer, I ask you, wait a second. Still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with the victim. But please make it brief, sir. Hear from the horse's mouth. Confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred. Everything's checked off. Okay, oh. Oh. Doctor. What is it? What a useless piece of evidence. Obviously, point aside, what do you think of the low amount of money? Pathetic amount for a pathetic detective, I think it rather suits him. A bit too low for an officer like him. Hey, I can tell he's a fool. I never trust any. Like him, match my record with a fool. Thanks. Not that it matters. I'll never have to work with that pathetic fool anyway. Archie, for you, Francisca. And unfortunately, I think you do actually work with him at some point. Bonus of $5, even for a new rookie detective, that's a bit low. got promoted. I guess it caught the attention of the higher-ups. I don't know. I'd prefer not to receive one at all. Get it, pal. How great it feels to get the first bonus. I've yet to receive my own bonus at the prosecutor. I received mine from my pop last December, like every year. Not a bonus, that's a holiday gift. Earlier, you heard no sound of a gunshot out in the hallway. Correct? Got it, pal. I also claim that no one passed through the hallway either. Also correct? Not even a plant passed through that hall while I was on duty. This changed. You realize the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Anyway, hallway didn't hear anything else, pal. But found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine. To continue telling a lie. How would he do so given the situation he's in? Give a thorough investigation. Hallway in front of the you. Like she passed through the hallway. The timing would add up. Uh-oh. Noticed that coming. What a change early. Exactly. Sometimes people are cruel. Drop something. Swiss roll dropped by the mysterious young girl. Says courthouse special on it. The detective's trying to protect her. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. Some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all that I need of this man. Now for Detective Bad and the judge. Confirm who's correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? Maybe we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next then. Oh, so we head on over. Her face's movements during the recess are really suspicious. Suppose you know you then. Of course I did. Ruffy's giving us a testimony that's nothing but harmful to himself. Normally criminals would tell the opposite type of lie. Escape. Exactly the same point I'm having trouble understanding. I need to expose what he was really up to during the... Also, the little girl didn't have her balloon anymore, which means that, yeah, it probably popped. And that might have been what they heard. I should head to the hallway where he's supposedly standing guard. Courthouse special on it. This rope is being sold somewhere else. I've seen it stored in this courthouse. Doubt you find junk food like this on a restaurant menu. Where do they sell these things? Store, I suppose? Maybe there's no convenience store in this house, not Pittsburgh. come from? From the vending machine. Here we go. Or what am I supposed to do, pal? You have much use right now. Let's continue with the investigation. I was going to show him the Swiss roll. Don't expect the hallway is standing guard in there. I kind of figured that was going to be your reaction to it. Yep, courthouse special. I don't think she would have been able to reach the reach up to the vending machine in order to put the money in. Don't think so. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Nothing. Doing my duty as defender of the law. Be all for now. Ask Gideon if I have any other questions. Anytime, detective. You'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have. Your new prosecutor, Mr. Von Karma, recommended. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. Von Karma's daughter, Francisca Von Karma. Let's become the successor to my genius father any day now. Prosecutor recommended. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Mr. Von Karma, Edgeworth. This. Then? What was he about to say there? Oh. Right, Your Honor. To refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, For him, just Edgeworth is fine. But he doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Well then, I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Prosecutor Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. About your earlier testimony, Mr. Edgeworth, to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. It was my duty to clarify my testimony under the law. Greatly appreciate your cooperation here. First thing I will need to do is figure out the detective's exact move. Okay, we're going to be putting puzzle pieces together. Doesn't look like there's any victory left in this area. Suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. Find something, officer? $5 bill back there. Come on. A little more. Oh no! The detective's bonus is under the machine. Looking this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue? Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person with people here. Amazing. Suspicious fingerprints, officer. Just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir. We know all the players in this. I have the nagging feeling we're missing something. Like that we're missing hiding right here in this crime scene. Make the most ridiculous face. Maybe, but at least it doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose. Opposed to Von Karma evidence is all anything that carries any weight. Great, this paper seems to be of no use to us right now. Finds that this fire extinguisher was used for the crime. Great tell from the. Why are you wasting your time? I'll try to rush absolute. It would appear that this vending machine snacks and various other food. Swiss roll, $6. You wouldn't have had enough for it. For $1 plus the $6 plus the detective's $5 would make $6. We'll think up next. Jerking court like these jerks. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as Swiss do until the end with these for $6. Awfully overpriced. Kind of simply awful, period. Speaking of snack, what if that Swiss roll little girl dropped is from this? Wondering about that myself. Let's make a ham sandwich out of you. Directed at the ham of the judge. Certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver today. One moment. Right back.
Objection!
Objection! Hold it! Hold it!
Oh, great. I just realized I've been muted this whole time. Oh well. You really want to call for Detective Young? Like how you accusers do something happened. Did you? You didn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Hold it!
I think you need to apologize. Sorry. Fairly sorry, just that. Please continue. Phone on the first floor called the precinct. Told them the sentence would be over. Detective's the one that showed up. Arrived, what did you set Detective on to do? Waited for him on the first floor after he got here, went up to the defendant lobbies together. We entered this hallway, we ran into you. Noticed that Faraday was really mad. Dragged Rail off to lobby number 2 to have Faraday had said to anyone interrupted. I said, around what time did all that take place? Told the big lug to start outside. I think it was around 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once. You make such a claim. Guards said he didn't. He never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? Must have gone into lobby number 2, as suspected. We were in lobby number 1 next door. Only one without an alibi is coming through. Still missing. He was bent over at the window. Why are you doing standing or doing that? Whoops. Investigating crimes, or rather he's keeping us under surveillance. Probably for us just a bit longer. They do to you. Once you said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Thinking bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you know? Everyone in lobby number 1. Why I came running towards lobby number 2. Hearing the gunshot and your arrival on less than a minute. The movements in the gunshot. Grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall. Lobby number. Covered the bodies. Order. The discoverer of the crime. Does little prosecutor very soon. Move the dignity everywhere else. Hang around. Have you arrested for obstruction? Francisca, behave. Not done. Else. Before you tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot, around the end of the recess, the trial was about to start again. He made time for himself to transfer the evidence, since he wasn't going to show for the handoff. I figured I should go get him or he'd be late. But I thought that. Sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. Right before the trial was about to restart. Have any time to waste. How are you doing this time? Investigating this crime scene rather is keeping us. You said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Okay. He has nothing to say about her prison and everything else. For the dad. Pick him on. That must have confidence, responsibility for anything to say. Stubborn horse, aren't you? Okay. Let's put puzzle pieces together. Try to talk to her. These spacious hallway does nothing compared to the ones at home. Indeed. The house itself is a bit too spacious. Even with this much space, there's nowhere for this scruff-faced stuff. The crime scene just beyond those doors. It's really drawing. Detective, don't shoot. Hallway then. What I need to do is gather more information. Examine everything by myself. According to the judge, someone looking through the restroom you can see from the window at the end of this hallway can see into this hall. Exactly how true that statement is to you. Possible to get a pretty clear view of this hallway from the restroom. Literally men's bathroom window through that window at the end of this hall. Of course, not see it. Can you show me this view at once? But once again, anyways. Combination. Not all is simply painted. Thank you. Be a prosecutor today with the other two and your father. You wait and see very soon. You two both send criminals away together as colleagues. Be sure that we'll always get more convictions. But insist you'll always win. I have so much information, but I feel like just random fragments. What really happened here? Fragments, no matter how unrelated they may seem at first, they might actually fit together. Scared of your inner mouth. Say something. Before I can piece the logic together, think of that whip. Quitted. Oops. case, but I don't think we've seen the last of it. The fact that he just put it on lack of evidence. Bolting is usable. It's been 3 minutes. Okay, so this is the same as before. Okay. Let's go with the new stuff then. There's nothing to say about the new stuff. Okay. So we can see it from there, but if we go down, all we see is the wall. The ants and the print. Okay. Okay. Even climb through these barwood flowers in the air. Oh, trash, with silk cactus. Twist roll crumbs, vending machine. Oh, I didn't get my bar refilled. Uh-oh. That might be a problem. Okay, let's hope it's not. Why didn't it refill? Substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. Yeah, the balloon the little girl was holding. This is a piece of a pop balloon. I suppose that's possible. Balloon probably got a little too close to her friend, the windowsill cactus. Would be the logical conclusion, yes. And the balloon exploding would sound like a gunshot. Bits of chocolate and cake. Would they not have come from a Swiss roll? Swiss roll. Why would a courthouse sell a thing? May not seem like the right venue. However, it is being sold right over there. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until they end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive. Even the fact that it's on the expensive side to side. Side to side. The fact the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway. Thus they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from the machine. I have a pretty clear picture of what happened now. After all, I'm here, aren't I? He must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. As he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. cleaned up after himself. Utterly despicable. There with me again. I who made the mess in the first place. If it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. You only have $5 on him. Prediction where? And now we'll look at the special vending machine order. I expected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Yes.
Eureka!
Gumshoe's finance. He said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his person. Where's that guy? Bonus really was only $5. He should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. He bought a pack somehow. Indeed. Not have been able to purchase a pack, yet he did. This how. This roll dropped by the mysterious young girl, priced at 2 for $6. Okay, I got most of the bar back. If I have a firm grasp on what's happening here. I do too. Right, Francis. Would you care to share what conclusions you've come to? Should I do that? We're still in the middle of competition. Be checking to see if the conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. It's cute she's going this far to ensure she wins. Very well, but first we need to pay his honor a visit to correct his testimony. I said 6. Boy bench apparently sat here as he ate roll. Seen a pink balloon around, found on the windowsill of hall window. I'd like to test your witness testimony, see how it stands up. Me? I'm your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. When you judge, you're nothing but a common witness before Von Karma. Silence, I say. Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von Karma. Great. Successor to Manfred von Karma, Francis. But you're talking, didn't you? Under a log. Never give false testimony. You can place me under oath if you... Very well then. Testimony, please. Reset. I went to the restroom. Oh, court. Oh, I was looking at the map wrong earlier. Courtyard. That's not the courtroom. Courtroom's over there. The right side. The hallway we saw from the lobby. And then there's, well, it's courthouse map partial, so we don't actually know what's up above yet. Restroom is directly across from the hallway. A detective buying something from the vending machine. About to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. Detective that goes missing while on duty. It's suspicious to me. Please try to remain calm. Listening to testimonies, I got caught up in the excitement. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now.
Hold it!
Honor, exactly did you pay a visit to the restroom, if I may ask? It's obvious. What else do you go to the restroom for? I do it. Like me as some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Honor, better than I anticipated. You're right. Think things through with a level head. Nervous, so much has happened. Time to reset. Time for us to reset. Having done all that, I still wasn't able to get away. Faraday had been accused. I had paperwork process for Faraday and prosecuted. To finish that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. Restroom part of his testimony.
Hold it!
You really go to the men's restroom. You know that statement. Simply meant that perhaps you went to a restroom on a different floor. For such a long time. All I could do to dash the closest one to the courtroom. Because that's only natural given his circumstances. Courtroom to this floor is made in down the hallway. Enter, you can see there's a window just above the urinals. Through that window that you witnessed, Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor. Exactly. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Put a little too much into that last answer. The testimony. Father just been buying something from the vending machine.
Hold it!
So that person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe? Hard to miss someone of stature, even from far away as the restroom. Can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. Simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. Preposterous. My eyes are sharp as can be. See through the lies to the truth. Recently, things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to. The only things that have gone fuzzy. With all the honor and dignity of the judge. Not mistaken in what I saw. completely disappeared.
Hold it!
But Your Honor, didn't you just say the detective buying something from vending machines? Did. Over to the courtyard, right into the hallway. I was about to exit. I took another look and there was no one in sight. The only solution to this must have gone into the crime scene. Number 2 at that point. Or from the restroom to the courtyard.
Hold it!
I ask that you please remain perfectly calm. Anything but perfectly calm. His Honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw. Also given his line of sight. However, Francisco, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different? You're referring to my height. Hold that whip still for a second. His Honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important factor. Important? Why don't you just hurry up and tell him already? One more thing I need to do if I'm going to correct His Honor. You need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movement. Okay.
Objection!
Very large flaw in your statement. No, that's right. It's an objection, not a. Okay. Go with this. The handprint.
Objection!
Finger wag for Mr. Edgeworth. No, it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony. Truly are a man of law. Must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection past me. Thing to be passionate about it. Real life. Some people may say it's not calling the kill black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? This culprit that party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. Must know bench saw the earth. Has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier Well, that's good, but who was it? Who discovered something from the smudge on the bench? Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Something we committed just murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Gee. Please calm down. You wouldn't have time to do both. Sure, the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench. I've not yet established that his action is related to a double murder. What do you mean? I believe the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from a vending machine. Probably sat down on the bench to eat. Take crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench. Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my still don't understand. Related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? Is indeed. No in the hallways felt rather high up into the wall. Around a grown-aged adult's chest height. With evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out of them. Oh no. Oh, she's gonna whip him again. Yep. Their height is evidence. Unfortunately, it's the only option at the moment. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window, the blind spot within the hallway is being viewed from the room. Seems you have made the connection. Someone were to sit on the bench under the window. Even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. Kindly see, Your Honor. Testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Okay, with that much enthusiasm, what I'm gonna do is try saying it once. Try that again. Hold it. Anything about you like to say? There is. I remembered something else just now. Edgeworth. Please allow me to testify to the court one more. We overruled him. We just keep on talking when it be a bad thing. More info the better than the perfect investigation, right? Suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom. However, that doesn't mean the detective wasn't sitting there when I looked. I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. Leaving the restaurant, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. How's that? That was testimony of one who judges the crime of others. Would you try to state the important facts first next time? You go around judging it. Time to judge your own words. Great. Honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until now. Mentions it right before we started the trial, we did talk about that. Was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn I heard a popper going off. Think of it the other day with my grandson. The critical point in this argument is, when did the judge look hallway? So that lines up when the gun was actually fired. If I may, I'd like to clarify a few details. Possible you can't see either person from the restroom window.
Hold it!
Case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Hold on there. But it is possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom at the time. It's something I don't think you know when the prints you referenced were left on the bench. Proving that it's possible the detective was sitting. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. Right, if you have to prove when the fingerprints were left on the bench. His ignorance, his honor has seen a lot of life. Underestimate.
Hold it!
We established you went to restroom during the recess. When in the recess, did you look into the hallway? For recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. About 20 minutes until we reconvened. Sounds about right. As expected. I demand to know what that all file is. Statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony.
Hold it!
Minutes before we reconvened. Well, what did you do after that? Preparation, so I rushed straight back to the courtroom. I had to track down a few pieces of paperwork for the various bailiffs. Back to the courtroom despite having just heard a gunshot. At the time, I thought it was just a sound of a noise popper. I couldn't think of any other explanation than someone having a birthday party. How this has happened. Judge did mention something to the effect when we...
Hold it!
That's forgettable. I don't need to hear it. What? All I did was forget to mention it. Excuse me, work on other people, not on our karma. Important piece of testimony. Be a chance to present it. Suppose I have no choice in the...
Hold it!
Honor about what you just said. I couldn't hear it myself, but I heard it bang when the gunshot. Knee-jerk reaction, like this. Oh gosh. Jumped into the air like this, just like this, with a quick Honor, please remain calm. Trying to explain yourself to me. Sorry about that. Let's gather myself yet. No one in the hall, they should know I looked. No one there. Purpose appeared to be stuck on overreact. I believe that we finally found the flaw in his honor's testimony. Sadly, he's completely oblivious to it. Guess I can't really expect him to be aware of it. Oh, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and fill him in. At least that thing finally came in handy. Now let's see what happens. Presented to his honor. Okay. First of all, we need that. Right before the trial was about to start again.
Objection!
Honor. I'll allow you to make an objection. Honor. I'm really sorry, but I'll allow you not to allow me to not allow you to not allow me to make an objection. And overruled. Or there's simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. By that, claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Prosecutor recommended by Manfred Bond. Biting your tongue. Why don't you bite your what? Tongue on these preposterous. Mercy for the elderly, your Francisca. Back to me, unless you want back. I step ladder her for to accomplish that. Good thing he did not say that out loud, though. My ears are not that far gone yet. I'll have you know I can still hear just fine. I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my ears. An interesting bit of testimony from Detective Bad. According to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. Hey, Connor, you just said you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were... How do you explain this glaring contradiction? Can't be. I think the one that the judge heard was the real gunshot, and the one that the detective heard was the balloon. Unfortunate. That is the truth. Clear as day. Hey, loud sound of a gunshot. He keep returning to this point of contention, piece of evidence. I always did wonder why I found it where I did, and what the gunshot the judge really was. Fortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard. Oh, well, maybe not.
Take that!
Found this object in the here. Oops. Don't look like it, but it's actually a piece of a balloon. Suppose you'd like me to accept that pink balloon in the court record? Or I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. The argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now there's no guarantee the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore you believe he must have been at the crime scene. Correct? Right. I think the gunshot you heard was by a real gun. I think I've said enough that you can figure out the rest. Fooled by the pop-ins, hanging over trickery. This good effort you put forth, Mark Bidley. Me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even. Oh yeah, it had to be the balloon because the detective was in the hallway at the time. Alright, and before it even begins. I think the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. Who could have guessed? Would pop a balloon in a place like this? I think police construction courthouse. Oh, balloon girl, that balloon that girl was holding next to everything. You feel any better? You didn't lie once in your defense. Can't really vouch for its accuracy. This would be such a difficult thing to do. And I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I to myself that he's right. Still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. Thought we just cleared his name. Did just no, I still cannot say. The thing I can do for now is request for the perfect that end. Resolve the remaining events that occurred in the hallway. Very well, but please bring Detective Gumshoe forward. Fulfill my vision. The perfect explanation. Okay. You're getting close to this, hopefully. trial ready? Hold on one moment. Here's your time. How I did do it. So that I'll be the judge of that. I'm the judge out here. I'll be the judge of that. Less judgmental. Speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe. Afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. I don't believe you should apologize just yet. You have to prove he is completely innocent of this. Talking about. DK. Testify as to while you're on duty. Please remember you are not on trial. This is all just a part of the investigation. But you may still be found to be innocent. You should give false testimony. Loud and clear. I'm gonna be the understood. Oh. Back on the state of the crime scene. Does his testimony. Obviously, can't break his lie. We forget a break in this. Yeah, courthouse. Detective Bat's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to start in front of lobby number. From that time on, I heard the gunshot. Always the whole time. When I was detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
Hold it!
Really, Detective Bat who called you down here? Wow. Out and all comes down here 1 minute flat, he said. big chance. Worst case, so I had dash down here. If we get here in a minute, flat. I'm gonna take you. Yes. Like a dad doing when I'm in it. Down on the first floor and then.
Hold it!
That be my first time at the courthouse. Also walked the third floor hallway in front of the lobbies. Else along the way, we entered the hallway. Heard from Miss Q that Mr. Faraday was not to be interrupted. Detective Bad told me his part in the hall with Al. Our detective got testimony action after Detective Bad's. Well, I heard the gunshot. I was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
You have been in the hallway the whole time. Not a fact that you did something in that hallway. Or the court had already been up to. What else? What else? What exactly does guarding that door entail? Job to stand in front of the door, moving an inch. Like a gumshoe, you mean to tell me you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Really would testify to the effect of step away. Was ordered not to. All in shock of your utter stupidity. Don't lie. At least tell us some more believable. Be close.
Hold it!
Oh, nasty. Sure, you stood in front the entire time. Yeah, been guard in front of that door without a single break. I'm ready, pal. Did trouble reading between the lines. Different break. The foolish. Let's get ready. We have washing up.
Hold it!
Also, be aware that there was no one else in the hallway besides you. Where are you that I was doing my job? How? What are you acting so nervous for? Oh, pal. Other person other than myself was in with that whole time. Doing this thought at this foolishly foolish contradiction.
Objection!
Deal with that. I have an objection. Pal. Oh shoot, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere. Well, I guess you could present either one. Thanks, Clifford's House Special Swiss Rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the solid bench. It was probably. Ooh, you know you hurting up for your courthouse like this. Let's consider it's big. Up later, I swear. Before we get down to business, what the fact that you didn't move even a step from in front of the door? Is that really were the case, and were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your rubby hand? What can do more damage than my words alone? Oh. Hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? Thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me, Bob. Not say anything. I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I saw you buy a pack of Swiss rolls from a vending machine. Started crying. Oh, I'm sorry for you got that because I'm not holding it back. That's where you're wrong. Sound like it makes sense. There's something I don't quite believe about it. You should withholding further information from us. Anything else to hide, pal?
Objection!
Well, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. I swear there's nothing else. Are you aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Oh. Any machine out in the hallway. One pack of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. According to you, you didn't have any cash on you and cashed your annual $5 bonus check. Annual. Ask you then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Provide me with a proper explanation. Not myself, pal. All will. One who could help me buy it. Proof there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. If you could, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. Ow. The balloon.
Take that!
I knew you did. Come on. Same law applying to people. Okay, not the balloon. On for his life because there was definitely a second person that didn't exist.
Take that!
Go, pal. Take an impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Didn't buy it, then I mean, stolen it. Thief. Such a thing. Those thieves are under arrest, pal. Proof that all thieves are as liars. In that case, what does that say about you, detective? A particular Swiss roll was brought by a certain. 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them. You then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? Not all wrong, I ate both of them. Got you this time. Got you a lap. They're doing bad to that girl. What that they do for after all. You continue. Me. I wronged you. Hey. Hey, what? Hey, Faraday. Perhaps this is Faraday's daughter. These little girls don't kick their people. Especially not hard enough to leave big, nasty bruises like the way you do. So, tell me, I'm impressed, mister. talking about Detective Gumshoe. Giving in. Here's what I would need to speak with a bit more detail. Okay. I even have time for this. I think it would be better to actually save this for the next time. Just that little bit with Detective Gumshoe took about 10 to 15 minutes. Well, it was about, I think it was about 20 minutes with Gumshoe, the judge. No, I'm gonna try to wrap it up. Red Henry, let's roll. Sorry about lying. Ow. Say. Big. Perfection, pal. Be worth every penny bonus. For you, detective. Funny one. An unfair verdicts by unfairly cast suspicion on Big Bill. In the trial just now, I would have destroyed his life. Guilty one. Thanks, Your Honor. There is human to forgive divine, as they say. You will make a mistake during it. Be quite unforgivable. I'll be standing by the court. So this is saying can't skip this even though I saw this all before. Detective knows something about him that we don't. First, she's rather uncooperative about it. Pray, Allie, what would happen if it's better? Better try feeding her. vending machine. What they do for just the right amount? Yes. Made from all natural ingredients. Of course it's easy to digest as well. I've heard. And I'd appreciate it if you would tell me so. Never said I wanted one. If I did, I'd make you prepare me something to go along with it. Well, they did have milk in the vending machine as well. $7. Hope you more direct instead of fine gate. Okay. Break it.
Take that!
I'm just gonna give this to you if you calm down. Bro. It really belongs to you though, doesn't it? Yeah, so I was right. He was her dad. Or pal. Oh, yeah. Or you know about Daddy. Or heard the guards talk. Daddy's or anymore. Hi. Let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. Also involved in a case at the courthouse child, which my father, the defense attorney, passed away. Lawyer would rush nightmare. This was deep into my soul. I dedicated myself to locking away every crook I can. Have this happen right in front of me. Proud to feel some third fate come upon me. Sort of just stand there, lady. Worry about that. Please, turn dry your little eyes. Oh, your nose on that? Better now, thank you. I can take my time to talk with her. Like for a child. Like this. Okay, the exact same earlier. But I don't think you two are that far apart in terms of prosecutor. I'm like, bro. Are you going to be right? Gray or right? I really doubt that. I'm going to push it. Daddy, I never cry in front of strangers. Promises. Right? Hey, Daddy, I'm still going to keep all my promises. Hey. Very good child. Say that you didn't cry for you. only telling the girl. Father would expect to prosecute the sympathetic. That person was your father. Hero Justice. Not to catch all the bad people in the world. You will prosecute justice. In the sense as you are the one to be guilty verdicts. You know what? When I came to courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Be Hero Justice someday. Like Daddy. Been working really hard. Working hard. Hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together. Look, man, take a look inside. You're okay. Change diary, of course. Father and daughter. Faraday's writing conveys. Well, no, but just might come in handy later. Going to okay. Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't know. His job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. You be a good girl and promise your daddy. Pardon me, with your father. Right. Bad people. Be a hero too. You're really cool too, Gummy. Okay. Breaks of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Girls think they were testing. You almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail. Bad man, okay. He's turned her attention on the judge now. Being treated as a vile criminal. Thank you, Prince Gay. Prince, do you mind telling me more about him? Daddy, I know. Be a good girl and keep all the promises wrote in here. Inside for just a second. There were more than just the 5 I thought there were. Almost 6. If you ever have a boyfriend, you must bring him to meet Daddy right away. Almost 7. Even when you have a boyfriend, never forget that I love you the most. Don't envy the poor sap she falls in love with. This. You giving it to me? But I promised Daddy I wouldn't take things from strangers. Sorry. Alright, I will give it to you. If you show that to her, she isn't gonna magically know all about it. Yeah, no, some of these things I'm not gonna show her. Present the badge. I think I knew this other stuff she would know about. Took this to me before. Well, he's a prosecutor too, so it's only natural that he had one as well. Pin this badge on me a lot just for fun. There's a badge on Cloud. And if you put it on it, scary prosecutor would get mad. Also said that the scary prosecutor said it was more fashionable not to wear it. So that scary prosecutor could be maybe talking about Mr. Karma. Daddy for his work one. And bring myself on. Not Take it that you ran Detective Gumshoe. On my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. Penny in the hallway staring really hard at Penny. I said hi. This, where everything got crazy, were the two of you together. For a little while. We went our ways. I've now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? Stop picking on Gummy, mister. Very well then. I'll have to speak with the good detective in a private later. Gone back to her angry mode. You the one about this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay? Didn't really have a lot of money. Somehow made $1 out of all the penny quarters I had. Still wasn't enough. I really did come and ask to exchange a handful of coins change for $1. That's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister. Sure. Let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct? That's fine. Okay, arrest you. Remind you that you're the one already under arrest. He's going to be less than forthcoming with this question. Sorry about your roughly. Possibly drenched in this. 40k, I have a spare. Here, you can have this one. This takes off. He said, never take things from a stranger. Or promise no, correct? Let's see, it's right here on this page. I'm not giving this to you, I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. Take it home, wash it up, and then give it back to me. Hey, Dad, you never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers. That logic. The Gumshoe. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with Lil K in that hallway. Stop being a gummy. There's still something I've yet to resolve. Beg your pardon. We'll have an opposite explanation for why that may apply to us. I don't think. Worry about Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Why? Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying. Can't explain that, then you investigation. The reason for lying is very simple. Here's what I believe to be his reason. Simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay. Obviously, the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. A piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Great. Oh, wait. Never take things from a stranger. This.
Take that!
In case. And anything. Take a look at this page. Clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. If a Gumshoe heard about that promise, try to cover for foolish reason for a fool. Didn't you? Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the being a pump pal. Fill the guard forward. Getting really hungry. Vending machine. All the cash you had on you. $5, and that wasn't enough to pay anything. All the cheapest item in that machine is our pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah, an angel from heaven showed up. Thinking about sharing his snack. Daddy. Swiss roll. About $1 in coins. We pulled my $5 and her $1 together. Bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. Worried about breaking one of my promises. Gummy said. Faraday's a scary guy when he... Don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? As if you bought it with me. You didn't really get it from me. For me, it'd be okay. Give me a whole roll to save and give it to Daddy. The scruffy. Detective, I take it you sat down. Then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together. Yeah, we put the other roll and ate it right then. Sweet taste of the cake's chocolate. Never forget it as long as I live, pal. Hey, I believe this also belongs to you. The balloon I popped. That manners to leave garbage line. Hey. Sorry. I can't blame you for not away. Sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. Just as once, I forgive you. Moon. Prize Gummy. Because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll. Got me there, pal. Maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. Then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. Is that it? You're a feisty. Sorry, mister. Alright, I'm perfectly unharmed of the Swiss roll. It'll be alright with you. I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and ready to go. Sure. Make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? Of course, I promise. I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt. Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murder.
Objection!
Wait, Bruce, just stop, Beckworth. You've just shown Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed. Rude dibs. Keep strong. On manners. Girl with a penchant for whipping people. Dare you to back with such. Not the bad guy. We have here. What is it to return a courthouse? Please take this child away. That girl is Mr. Faraday's. I know, so what? But just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene. It'd be quite dangerous for her to speak getting underfoot. Right, however, as we're in agreement on that point, get back to the real issue. We were found in front of the door to lock number 2 the entire time. But isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? One person could have gone to lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. I've already put in that theory for paperwork for his formal. Far from over. That's right. I'll speak with you about that. I think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the guard. I'm with more experience. share something. Always keep a good eye on it. You may regret what comes next. Make sure you get this forgettable as a profound card. Vigorous. I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. Our last chance at Elvis all this case. I'm sure will be formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. Over yet. The one location we have yet to inspect. Detective Bad and Miss You were at the time. The number one. Okay. Save it. And that's going to be it for today. Not fully sure what the plan is. We might be doing some multiplayer tomorrow, although it may depend on the weather. Too. Be big snow and ice storm stretching across the country tomorrow, so also it might affect that. And probably play more of this. Well, I guess depending on what happens with the. There's no multiplayer tomorrow. I might play more of this tomorrow. Otherwise, the day, maybe day. So thanks for being here. We'll see you later.